So in this topics, we will know about anemia, like understanding the basic physiology of the iron absorption, transport and storage, understanding of the causes of iron deficiency and the compensatory responses seen in clinical laboratory tests, understanding of modality of treatment of iron deficiency and anemia, iron deficiency anemia. This is the iron distribution. Mainly, iron is absorbed from the diet through the duodenum. So it gets into plasma. Plasma iron is transferred by the transferrin to the muscles as myoglobin, and iron is transferred to bone marrow to for the purpose of erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis leads to red blood cells production, and remaining iron is stored as ferritin in the liver parenchyma and some other tissues. This is the main absorption and utilization and storage of iron. Normally, adult male has 4 grams, totally 4 grams of total body weight. It is a stored form. Actually, free iron is very dangerous to the tissues, so it should be stored as in the combined form like ferritin and siderosine also. This is the hemoglobin structure. Actually, hemoglobin has a corin ring containing iron molecule at the center of the corin ring, and it has 4 globulin chains, 2 alpha chains, 2 beta chains. Each hemoglobin molecule can bind 4 oxygen molecules. This is the hemoglobin structure. This is a heme. This is globin chains. Iron absorption. Food sources can supply only 10 to 25 milligram per day. It is absorbed in the breast border of the upper small intestine, and its absorption is enhanced by gastric acid, and it is inhibited by tannins and systemic inflammation like chronic inflammatory diseases like chronic kidney diseases like tuberculosis, some autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, vasculitis. Most dietary iron is non-heme form. That is, it has less than 5% of bioavailability. Less than 10% of dietary iron is in the form of heme, and bioavailability is more than 25%. Iron absorption. Actually, vegetarian food has non-heme iron, and non-vegetarian food has heme iron. So heme iron is more absorbable than non-heme iron. Transferrin, it is plasma iron is transported by transferrin. It carries less than 1% of total iron body. Ferritin, it is the intracellular storage form of iron. Hemosiderin, it is a long-term iron storage pool. Actually, iron is absorbed in the duodenal enterocytes, duodenum by the enterocytes through the apical border of the breast border of the enterocytes. Actually, enterocyte has 2 surfaces. One is apical surfaces, which is luminal side, and basolateral side. Which is plasma side. Another side, basolateral side. Actually, iron is converted into ferrous form. That is ferric to ferrous form. The enzyme like ferrous oxidase enzyme. So it enters through the enterocytes through the DMP1, DMT1, divalent metal transferrin. This is called DMT means divalent metal transferrin. Then iron is stored in the enterocytes in the form of ferritin. Whenever needed, the iron is transported to plasma through the channel like a ferroportin, which is located at the basolateral side of the basolateral side of the enterocyte. Then with the hepcidin, or it is called as hepcidin. Hepcidin is necessary in the controlling of iron transport. Whenever excess in the excess of iron in the plasma, so hepcidin inhibits the transport of ferritin, transport of iron from the ferritin to the plasma. So hepcidin is the regulatory protein for the plasma iron. Then it is after entering into the plasma, it is converted into ferrous form to ferric form. As I said previously, ferritin is the storage form. Hemosiderin is also long-standing storage form. It is the insoluble form of ferritin, that is hemosiderin. Ferritin is multi-subunit protein. It is primarily intracellular. Some it is located in the plasma. This is microscopically visibility of hemosiderin. The iron cycle. Normally, the lifespan of RBC is 120 days. After 120 days, it is called as senescent RBC. It is these are restricted by macrophages. So it releases the heme and globin. Globins are proteins molecules. It is converted into amino acids and is transferred to proteins. And heme has iron molecules. Iron. So iron is released from the senescent or destructed RBCs. So each RBC can release 20 mg per day. So per day 20 mg iron can be released from the destructed RBCs. So this form of iron, it can transfer to plasma as iron pole. So remaining iron is stored as ferritin in the liver. Whenever needed, iron is transferred to bone marrow with the help of transferrin. So in the bone marrow, it helps in that erythropoiesis, ultimately lead to RBC production. Iron losses. Iron is closely conserved in the humans. It is less than 0.05% of the iron is lost per day. It is normally. A very small amounts in the urine. It losses in very small amounts in urine, bile, and sweating. Cells set from skin, intestine, and urinary tracts, and also menstrual blood loss, pregnancy, and lactation. Humans have no other physiological means to excrete excess iron. Pathogenesis of iron deficiency. One is blood loss, failure to meet increased requirement, and inadequate iron absorption. 3 stages pathogenesis of iron deficiency. Blood loss, it can be through occult or overt GI losses, traumatic or surgical losses. So whenever blood loss is there, so there is failure to meet increased requirements. So for example, rapid growth in infancy and adolescence, menstruation and pregnancy. In these conditions, there is increased demanding for iron. So there is failure to meet there is failure to meet increased requirement. So this leads to iron deficiency anemia, inadequate iron absorption, like by taking diet in low heme iron, diet with low heme iron, gastrointestinal diseases or surgery. Gastrointestinal diseases like malabsorption syndromes like Crohn's disease, inflammatory bowel disease, celiac sprue, tropical sprue. These are the malabsorption. Some of the malabsorption syndromes can lead to iron deficiency, and taking of excessive cow milk for infants. In infants, this can also leads to uh, iron deficiency anemia. So these are the causes of iron deficiency anemia. There is inadequate absorption. If there is poor availability of iron, so there is the decrease in the iron absorption, which leads to iron deficiency anemia. Antacid therapy, like proton pump inhibitors, like H1 antihistamine inhibitors, like antihistamines, antacids like aluminum hydroxide. These can also causes absorption of causes inhibition of absorption, the poor absorption of iron, so which leads to iron deficiency anemia. And also high gastric, which also can cause poor absorption of iron. Excessive dietary bran, taking of excessive dietary bran, tannins like tea, phytates or starch, competition from the other metals like copper or lead, loss or dysfunction of absorptive enterocytes, bowel resection, celiac disease, inflammatory bowel disease, intrinsic enterocyte defects. These are the inadequate absorption. And also there is increased loss like GIT blood loss, like epistaxis, varices, like varices most commonly in portal hypertension, gastritis, ulcers, tumor, Meckel's diverticulum, parasitosis, milk-induced enteropathy of early childhood, vascular malformations, inflammatory bowel disease, diverticulosis, hemorrhoids. These are all causes to increased blood loss. And also genitourinary blood loss like menorrhagia, carcinoma of the cervix, carcinoma of the ovary, chronic infections, pulmonary blood loss like pulmonary hemosiderosis, hemoptysis, like hemoptysis, which is most common in the pulmonary tuberculosis, infections, other blood losses like trauma, excessive phlebotomy, large vascular malformations. Features of iron deficiency anemia. It depends on the degree and the rate of the development of anemia. Most common symptoms are pallor. This is the signs: pallor, fatigability, weakness, dizziness, irritability. So this is the bald tongue. That means loss of tongue papillae, smooth tongue, glossitis, restless leg syndrome, phagophagia. That means craving for ice, pica, craving for non-food substances like dirt, clay, laundry starch. Angular stomatitis, that means cracking of corners of the mouth. Koiloniakia, it is koiloniakia, thin brittle spoon-shaped fingers. Thin brittle spoon-shaped fingers. This is cheilitis. This is cheilitis. This is glossitis. Shreya. So to rule out the iron deficiency, we should do Nana. We should do peripheral blood smear, red cell indices like mean corpuscular volume, mean corpuscular hemoglobin, serum ferritin level, serum iron transferrin level. This is called iron saturation, bone marrow iron stain, and also total iron binding capacity. So this is the peripheral smear of the iron deficiency anemia patient. So there is microcytes. Actually, normal size. Size of the RBC should be compared with the nucleus of the lymphocytes, the peripheral smear. So when we compare this size, there is decrease in the size, low size of the RBC. when compared with the nucleus of the lymphocytes. So it is called as microcytes. There is increase in the palar central palar. So this is indicating of hypochromic anemia. Hypochromia means low hemoglobin. Microcyte means decreased size of the RBC. What is the normal RBC size? What is the normal RBC size?
7 micrometer, sir.
Sequential changes in the iron deficiency anemia. This is normal ferritin level, iron saturation, normal red cell indices. But in case of depleted iron stores, like ferritin level, in case of decreasing the ferritin level, actually ferritin level starts decreasing throughout the 3 stages. It starts at the onset of depleted iron stores. Iron deficiency anemia, iron deficiency anemia. 3 stages: depleted iron stores, decreased iron stores, iron deficiency, and lastly iron deficiency anemia. So decreasing the level of ferritin level will start from the onset of depleted iron stores, but iron saturation starts decreasing from the iron deficiency stage, not in the depleted iron stores. Starts from the iron deficiency stage. So it is gradually it decreases its level up to iron deficiency anemia. Then at the second stage of the iron deficiency, hematocrit and HB and MCV will remain normal, but it starts decreasing. They start decreasing from the onset of iron deficiency anemia. So startingly, initially ferritin level will decrease. After that, iron saturation will decrease. Lastly, MCV, mean corpuscular volume, and hemoglobin and hematocrit will be decreased. So in this stage, during iron deficiency, when you do the blood investigations for hematocrit or blood indices, there will be remain normal. They will be remaining normal level. Complete blood picture in the iron deficiency anemia. White blood cells or WBC cells will be normal, but RBC's count will decrease. Hemoglobin will decrease. Hematocrit will decrease. Hematocrit means packed cell volume. Normal. This is packed cell volume is normal 41 to 55, but in iron deficiency anemia will decrease. And also mean corpuscular volume also will decrease. Mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration also will decrease. Serum ferritin level will decrease in the severe deficiency anemia. Then white blood cell count also remain normal. Differential diagnosis of iron deficiency anemia. One is thalassemia trait. Thalassemia means imbalance of globin chain production. Normally there should be 4 globin chains, but in this thalassemia there may be 3 or 2 or 1. Anemia of inflammation, like it causes decreased iron utilization in the face of adequate iron stores. Despite normal iron stores, there is decreased ability to utilize the iron. There will be low ferritin or serum transferrin receptors. This is difference between iron deficiency anemia and inflammation. In case of iron deficiency anemia, ferritin level will be decreased. In case of inflammation, ferritin level will be raised. Serum iron will be decreased in both conditions. Transferrin saturation also will decrease. serum transferrin receptors will be raised in iron deficiency anemia. In inflammation, it will be decreased. Marrow iron in iron deficiency anemia will be decreased, but in inflammation, no change in the level of the iron. This is the normal staining of bone marrow. This is staining of normal bone marrow. This is the Persian blue staining. This is a normal bone marrow. It means normal bone marrow. But in iron deficiency anemia, there is decrease in the blue color. That is Persian blue color. It indicates low levels of or complete absence of iron deficiency. Complete absence of iron stores in the bone marrow. So it indicates there is no Persian blue staining. Treatment. Most patients are treated initially with oral iron unless there is an absorptive problems. Dietary sources plus ferrous sulfate should be given in the dose with the BD dose. TID is very constipating and causes gastric distress. Commonest cause for commonest cause for non-compliance. IV iron is no longer dangerous. The newer formulations such as iron sucrase, low molecular weight iron dextran, and ferric gluconate have minimal risk of infusion reactions. In very severe cases, RBC transfusion should be done. Oral therapy of iron deficiency anemia. Carbonyl iron, it is an elemental iron, heme iron polypeptide. Heme iron polypeptide extracted from it is extracted from porcine RBC. Ascorbic acid can increase the overall iron absorption, but dose is usual not in significant quantity to make a difference. Phytates like cereal grains, tannins, and antacid therapy inhibit oral iron absorption. Response to oral iron therapy. Peak reticulocyte count is less than is 7 to 10 per day. Increase HB and hematocrit 10 to 14 to 21 days. Normal HB and hematocrit will take 2 months. Normal iron stores will take 4 to 5 months. Indications for IV iron. Severe symptomatic anemia which requiring accelerated erythropoiesis. Failure of oral iron form like GI intolerance. Failure of oral iron due to absorption issues like H. pylori infection, autoimmune gastritis, celiac disease, gastric bypass surgeries, inflammatory bowel disease. Then cancers and chemotherapy associated with anemia. Anemia with chronic renal disease with or without dialysis. Heavy ongoing GI loss or menstrual blood losses. All these are indicated for IV iron infusion. Intravenous iron formulations. High molecular weight iron dextran is not routinely used anymore due to a much poorer safety profile. It causes anaphylactic reactions, so it should be avoided. This is the calculation of hemoglobin iron deficiency. That is a body weight into 14 minus hemoglobin percentage, hemoglobin into 2.145. Formula does not account for a repletion of body stores. This is administered doses. For low molecular weight iron dextrose 100 mg, iron sucrose for 200 mg, ferric total dose is 1000 for total for dextran 1000, Cost is it is inexpensive. Indication is iron deficiency anemia. Test dose is necessary, and route of administration is IV. Then iron sucrose. Administered dose is 200 mg. No need of total dose infusion. It is inexpensive. Inexpensive. Indication is iron deficiency anemia and CKD. No need of test dose. It can be given as IV or 15 ml infusion. So it can be given as IV bolus or infusion. Ferric gluconate dose is 125 mg. It has no need of test. No, it can be given as oral. It is inexpensive. It can be indicated in iron deficiency anemia and CKD with or without hemodialysis, along with erythropoietin. No need of it doesn't need test dose. It can be given as IV bolus or 1 hour infusion. Then Furomaxal dose is 510 mg. Then total dose infusion is 1020 mg for 3 days apart. It is expensive. It can be indicated in iron deficiency anemia with CKD patients, and no need of it doesn't need test dose. It can be given as IV bolus or 15 minutes infusion. This is iron deficiency in inflammation and CKD. In inflammation, transferrin saturation less than 20%. Ferritin level will be less than 100. In CKD patients, transferrin saturation is less than 20%. Ferritin level is less than 100. In the end stage renal disease, it can be it will be less than 30%. Ferritin level will be less than 100.